Greetings, chemistry students. It's me, Mr. Cheney, with another brilliant tutorial. This one is related to the PhET lab on building atoms, and this is the game section. Prior to this, we were just building simple atoms with protons and neutrons and electrons and making sure that they were neutral versus ionic and making sure that the atomic weight was correct, and that was that one. This one is in game format. There's 4 different types of games, and I'm going to go through and show you what those games look like and how you solve these problems. So on our assignment, we have the link to the PhET lab itself, and then we have this interactive periodic table, which will be very helpful when you are looking for information. So I'm going to open both of these up, and I'm going to open up the slide deck for where I'm going to be doing my screenshots. And slides 2 through 6 are going to be the first game, which looks like this. So I'll show you what that looks like. So in our game section, we have these different types of games, and I'll show you 1 or 2 from each one. I'm not going to do all 5. That's going to be up to you. So let's look at a couple from here. So we are looking for the element, and they've given us this information. So we know we have 1 proton and 1 electron and 1 neutron. So if I go to my periodic table and look for the 1, which is in the corner here, it tells me that that's the atomic number. That tells me 1 proton, 1 electron. And then there are no neutrons in hydrogen. It's the only one that does not have any neutrons. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to confidently say hydrogen. And since we have 1 proton, 1 electron, they cancel each other out as far as charges go. So positive charge, negative charge. So this is going to be a neutral atom. I'm going to check that, and I'm going to do a screenshot of this whole thing that shows that it's challenge 105 and that you got your happy face. And we're going to copy that, go back over to our slide deck, and paste it on here just like so. So let's do a second one just to see a different type of question. Okay, so this one says there's 5 protons, 6 neutrons, 5 electrons. So I can look for the one that is 5 on our periodic table. And so right there is the atomic number 5. And if I were to do 11 minus 5, because that's closest to 11, that's 6 neutrons. So I go back over here, 5, okay, so I think we know what we're talking about. We're talking about boron. And since the protons and electrons are the same number, there is no positive or negative charge. So I'm going to say neutral, and we're good to go. 1 more screenshot, and we'll put that on our slide. So copy and paste. Okay, the next type of game is these right here. So the blue slides, and this is the type of game right here, so we'll go to that. So I'm going to go games, let's see, start over, go here, and these are asking for numbers. So what is the total charge is this one. So since there's 1 proton and nothing else, we know that protons are a positive charge. We're going to go +1, and that's going to be the correct answer. We get our screenshot, and we copy paste just like so. Go back over to our slides, and this is challenge 1 of the second game. Put that right there and move on to a second question, and it's all numbers like this. So it says, what is the mass number? Mass number is going to be protons plus neutrons, because the mass comes from the things that are in the nucleus. All right, so protons plus neutrons, 8 plus 9, 17. So we're going to put this up to 17, and we're going to check it, and we're going to get our screenshot, make sure it says challenge 2 of 5, copy over to our slide deck, and paste. Okay, next game, 2 of 4. So this is the third game. Looks like this. This is kind of the trickiest one, I believe, just because of the placement of everything. Okay, so in the top right corner, they're telling you the charge. Down here in the corner is the atomic number, so how many protons there are. And then this is going to be the atomic weight. So how much is in the nucleus? How many neutrons plus protons? How much does it weigh? All right, so it's already telling us that it's a -1 charge, and we know that because we have 1 proton and 2 electrons. So one of these cancels out, and you have an extra electron, which is negative, so that's why it's -1. And our mass is 2 because we have 2 subatomic particles in the nucleus, so that's the weight. And now it's just asking us, what's the atomic number? How many protons? So what we have is 1. So we're going to put that, it's hydrogen, check, screenshot. Okay, challenge 1 of 5, here we go. Copy that, go back over, and we're going to paste it in there, Control V. And let's try one more of these. Oops, now it's asking us, oh, it already gave us the atomic number. We have a negative charge because we know that there's 2, and it's telling me about weight. So there's only 1 in there for weight, so we're going to go 1, check, and here we go. Copy, back over to my slide. Let's actually, I want to do one more of these as well. So here we go, here's a tougher one. So this has no charge, so that means that the neutrons and the protons protons and electrons are the same. So there's no negative or positive charge because they're balanced. And we know this is the atomic number, which is how many protons and electrons there are. And then now we just need to do weight. Weight is 16 plus 18. And we know 16 plus 18 hopefully is 34. So we're going to put this all the way up to 34. Or we could look on the periodic table if we wanted to, but there we go. And we'll do our deal like this again. Copy over here, paste. Last game is the 4th game right here with the question mark, and so it's just a mix and match of the other ones. So it is telling us nothing, and so I'm going to start with the charge. So as a positive and negative charge, I got 2 protons, I got 2 electrons, so those balance out, so that's a 0 charge. How many protons do I have? So it's red, so I know that I'm counting protons, so there's 2. And so we know this is helium, and then now we need weight. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 subatomic particles in the nucleus, so I'm going to put 4 there. And we're going to check, and we're going to get it right, and we're going to do our screenshot. And that's how we're going to proceed with the next 4 on these. And these are the orange ones right here, or peach, whatever color that is. We'll do one more. Next. Okay, once again we have zeros across the board. We're going to start with the easiest one. The red number is how many protons, so that's 9. So we know we have a fluorine atom, and the weight is 9 plus 10, so that's going to be 19. So protons plus neutrons is the atomic weight. Or we can go check fluorine on our periodic table. There's fluorine, tells us right there, 19 is the weight, so we got it right. And then positive or negative charge. Protons equals electrons, so there's no extra electrons, so that would be negative if it were. There's no extra protons, that would be positive if there were. So we're going to stay with 0. Check, we got it right. So that is how you proceed through the games. And if you need help during class, obviously I will be there as I always am. And that is it. I will see you back in class.